Hello everyone, my name is Anton Shkliav and I am the head of the automation department at Advantage. Today we are going to discuss how you can make your work easier, specifically how to search for contacts and leads in the B2B segment using an automation bot in LinkedIn. So working with the bot starts with Sales Navigator. Here we search for an audience that fits our criteria based on various parameters, such as, for example, company, headcount, that is the size of the company, the current job title of the contact, possibly the number of years at the current company, location, industry, profile language, and so on. This tool is an internal LinkedIn feature and it searches accordingly through the LinkedIn database. That is specifically through the profiles that exist within LinkedIn itself. After we have gathered the audience, we can import it into our bot's interface. In practice, you will be able to try out and work with the entire interface you see here yourself. So there won't be any secrets here. So regarding the interface itself, as soon as we have selected the audience, we upload it into our bot's interface. Here we can view all the contacts we have uploaded. If necessary, we can validate them. Validation can be done in two stages. Either we validate them ourselves on our side, or you validate the contacts yourself. And you tell us, these people are the ones we need, and these people don't suit us. It's recommended to do this in order to ensure better quality when working with the audience. After we have validated the contacts, we can move directly to setting up automation. What is automation? Automation is the bot's operating algorithm. Here we're not limited in how we can interact with contacts, but we recommend a clear specific sequence as a foundation. We start by sending users an invitation to connect, that is, a friend request. Here we always recommend conducting A/B testing because different audiences in different positions and in different industries may interact with your messages in completely different ways. For example, people in higher positions prefer when you write to them directly. That is, you write straight away about what you want to offer them or what your proposal is, and so on. Or, if we're talking about lower levels, such as an executive manager, for example, or even a technical specialist, they don't like it when something is sold to them head-on, so you need to approach them differently. More smoothly, more gradually. Here, for example, we see different options with different directions in the text. For example, I might say that I see we're working in a similar field. Or, hey brother, I might suggest connecting to expand my network. In other words, a completely neutral message. Based on how effective this message is, how people add me, and how they respond, we can then continue interacting with users. An important note. The account we utilize for this work must have Sales Navigator so that we can, in most cases, send the necessary personalized messages to contacts. You can only send connection requests to 10 contacts per month from an account without Sales Navigator, and only those can include a personalized message. The rest is only possible with Sales Navigator. After we send a connection invitation, we have three possible scenarios. The main one is that we wait for the user to accept our connection invitation within 21 days. If the user does not accept the connection invitation within 21 days, we withdraw it and also mark the user as not interested. We do this to ensure good account quality, since LinkedIn doesn't like a large number of connection requests without acceptance. It simply lowers the quality of the account. The second scenario is when the user adds us to their contact list, which is also their friends list. You can call it different things, but if they haven't accepted and aren't responding, then we can send them so-called trigger messages. These can also be sent using A/B testing, and here the delivery no longer depends on Sales Navigator. The main thing is that the user has been added to our contact list. In this case, we can approach them in various ways. You can go straight in and offer something, or on the contrary, approach with information, or take a more native approach. A great approach is when we start with a question like, "Hi, I'm conducting research in such and such field. Have you ever encountered this or that problem?" Users really appreciate it when someone talks about their problems and offers solutions, and this can be very effective. This helps to keep the conversation going and lead it toward a response. Because if you try to sell directly to someone on social media, most likely they won't respond. And the third possible scenario, after the user responds to us, they completely exit the automation, and then we can work with them directly. Or rather, you can already communicate with users directly. For example, from our bot's interface, no private messages are shown here. And here you can also easily tag users if you need to. You can also add your own statuses if you need to while working. For example, in this interface, if your process has several stages or several of your specialists are working, say one brings the client to the lead status and the second one processes it or passes it on to the next stage. In this way, the interface will be convenient for you and it will already look like a fully functional CRM system. I'd also like to point out that here you can add them as a separate list, add individual tags, or select, for example, a pipeline stage, that is the contact's status. When it comes to overall effectiveness, the bot's performance is directly dependent on both the quality and the current condition of the accounts. What does this actually mean? Basically, we focus on four main parameters: connection send, connection accepted, message sent, and message replied. There are also emails in case your accounts have Sales Navigator. From here, you can send both in-mail and regular mail messages. Connection send refers to the number of connection requests we can send or have sent per week under normal conditions. For a working RU account, you can send up to 100 connection requests. If it's only up to 60, it means the account is shadow banned and you should be more cautious. If the account is quite old, documents are verified, publications are well maintained and so on, then you can send up to 200 per week. So on a normal properly functioning account, you can send 400 to 450 connection requests per month. On a very good account, you can send up to 800 connection requests per month. If we're talking about connection acceptance, there are three main factors that influence it. The first is quality. By a good audience, we mean how well the audience was selected and how well it was also validated. It's also the message we use to reach out and how complete the account is, how well the account is filled out. This probably plays an even bigger role because when we try to connect with someone from an empty account with no information, no one knows who you are. This might not interest them because users simply don't understand who is contacting them, why they need you, and so on. If we have case studies and so on our page, our content manager can help with that. Then it's much easier to understand who you are and to demonstrate your value. And users will start adding you. The number of messages sent directly from the interface by the bot or through any automation. And the number of replies is also influenced by, in other words, all the same factors as for connections. Except here, it's not so much the quality of the database, but rather the quality of the messages or the topics of the messages we use to reach out. And also the completeness of our... You can, for example, look at the statistics for September using our account as an example. You can also learn about the quality of your account from our interface when you connect your account. Here the health account will be shown, and you will be able to find out why you have certain indicators. For example, using one of our accounts and a second account as examples, you can see a sample case. An indicator of 37 to 40 can already be considered normal, but ideally it should be brought up to 70%. Regarding effectiveness, the bot's operation for different GIUs. It's important to understand that the audience in sales on LinkedIn is unique in itself. It varies greatly depending on which industry it is in. Because, for example, if we are talking about the US, where it's a national social network, you could say the acceptance rate for connections and even for replies is relatively high. But if we look at the CIS, where this social network in general isn't particularly popular or people aren't that interested in it, the rates are lower. Or in Europe, where it's better than in the CIS. A little better, but still not like in the States. On average, depending on different geos, the acceptance rate can range from 20 to 50%. The response rate can be from 40 to 60 to 70 responses. As for the meeting rate, there's a universal benchmark, it's 10%. But it really depends on the quality of your sales manager's work. If the sales manager isn't interested in working with leads, so if they get responses but don't know how or don't want to communicate with them, there won't be any effectiveness. Our content manager can help you by creating a message sequence for your manager. The same principle applies to the sales process as well. And in addition to that, we also have our own dedicated sales manager who is available to personally guide users step by step all the way to the lead stage. As for the cost, you can check out our pricing. It's shown here, and we have several plans depending on your capabilities or needs. Here it really depends on what you pay attention to. The first plan, the basic one, is just access. Here we don't set any KPIs, but we guarantee account creation, we guarantee account support, we provide you with training materials, and we act as technical support. It's important to understand that here we can only guarantee the launch for you. Easy start. Here we will already set KPIs with you and track their achievement, which is the main point. Everything else is the same as in the access only plan. But here we help you with the launch, and after that we stay in touch with you for a short period. Basically for the first month we handle the launch for you, and then everything will look like either access only or turnkey. Here we already set KPIs and focus more on leads. This includes complete account creation, account management, training for you if needed, and also our lead manager. We can also conduct an audit of your SMM account. And this is a full-fledged involvement of us as a team, so here we hold weekly digests with you and show you weekly reports. Is it possible to increase efficiency? Yes, it is possible. If we connect more accounts, you get a discount on management for a larger number of accounts, and also if you don't have any accounts. For European or US clients, we can help you with account rental services, e-poitoisie, providing support as needed. I'll briefly show you what KPI progress looks like, for example using this form. We see that in the first month our main goal is to start sending connections and to reach at least a threshold of 100 contacts per week. From the second month we already expect to start receiving, for example, replies. In the third month we are already focusing on leads with you. So now our main goal for payment is specifically achieving the KPI. That is, as soon as we achieve the KPI for the previous month, payment for the next month is made, but not earlier than 1 month later. That's all from me. If you have any additional questions, there is a link to Calendly in the description below the video. We can have a call and discuss things together, or you can submit the form and our client manager will contact you. That's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention.